Forecast from the CBS 7 Ford Weather Center.
All right, morning everyone. A happy Friday Eve. It is Thursday and we are closing in on the weekend, looking at 63 degrees right now. Midland International Airport, 61 over to Big Spring, 62 at Fort Stockton and San Angelo, mid-50s on over to Pecos and Alpine, upper 50s in Hobbs this morning. We have upper 40s. You head down to where the Marvin Plateau is. Kind of a mixed bag of temperatures, largely in the 60s, though, across the basin, a little cooler out to the west. Look at the water vapor satellite over the last 24 hours. You can see this counterclockwise spin moving its way across the Rocky Mountains and dropping southward into the Four Corners here. And so this is right here. This is your culprit for the thunderstorms, those that we saw yesterday. You can see those little pockets of moisture beginning to blossom up. And as this drops just a little bit further south today, I think it puts us in a little better position for thunderstorms than we were yesterday. I think we're going to look for the possibility of a southwesterly wind flow aloft and a southeasterly surface wind flow. And so that kind of sets the stage for the development of these storms. Now, this is a cut-off low pressure system. So the jet stream rounds the base of that, heads back up to the north, and we have a little moisture from the Pacific kind of pushing out across South Texas. So there's another little area of enhanced moisture down here across the parts of the Rio Grande Valley. We'll have to watch for the development of maybe some strong storms and even some very heavy rainfall in those areas. Here locally, though, it's this southwesterly wind on top of a southeasterly wind, and so that'll really allow for storms to organize, not just kind of pop up and then down. But what happens when you have that happen is that the storm begins to develop, and that southwesterly wind tilts the updraft of the storm, lays it over on its side, so the rain descends far downwind of where it's getting its energy from in the updraft, and so that really allows these storms to get organized, acquire rotation, and produce the springtime severe weather, including hail, high winds, and even a few isolated tornadoes across the South Plains today. It looks like, again, in the last 12 hours, some rainfall has been popping up here and there. We tried to get in on a little bit of that in the metro. It just didn't work out for me at my house. Some of you down across parts of the Big Bend, the lower Trans-Pecos, the Stockton Plateau picked up some rainfall in the last 12 hours. A few spots over southeast New Mexico and the northern Permian Basin had those thunderstorms. They just haven't been widespread across the region. It's been hit or miss. I think today your concentration of thunderstorms will be a little bit higher, especially over the Permian Basin, and some of those storms in this red shaded area likely severe. That includes our neck of the woods as well as locations off to the east around Abilene, southward to San Antonio. So traveling, be on the lookout for that. Further north you go up into the panhandle of Texas, I think you'll likely see a better chance of the tornado threat evolving, especially around and just east of, say, Amarillo. We'll be watching that closely. 81 for the high today. Tonight we'll dip down to the mid-50s. Look for highs around 80 tomorrow and 82 on Saturday. Pretty good shot at thunderstorms today. I'll put you in that 30 to 40% range. Looks like 20% tomorrow, 10% Saturday. So after today, your rain chances really begin to back off. That'll be occurring just in time for the weekend. Overall, your plans for the weekend look pretty good. Then as we head into the early, maybe the middle part of next week, we'll see a return chance of thunderstorms.